Hey everybody, welcome back to Arcade Laboratories. Me, Keith Elder Rock, with part 2 of this Nintendo MDS-05 versus board. So we did part 1, we did the whole sync, we got side 1 working, and now we're going to jump into side 2. And this board was completely destroyed, and I'm pretty happy to say we're pretty close to finishing it. So let's jump right into the repair. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pass off the camera between me and my lovely assistant, so you get good production here. Okay, so we did side 1, side 2. I've been kind of scouting out today, so let's power up and I'll show you where we're starting. Same place that we started with when we ended side 1. Excitebike's working, but we have garbage. We have garbage on side 1. So starting the troubleshooting on this, I decided to kind of start with the ROM controls, everything with the ROMs and all the control lines, and just start probing around there, because we have a lot of things going on. The game is running, well, it's booted, it's kind of running, and that gives us the opportunity to come in here and probe all the circuits while they're live. It's better than if it were resetting or something like that. So coming into the schematic here, you zoom out a little bit and kind of show you where I started. If I can follow along. Okay, we have the PPU and the CPU here, the two program, the 5764s. Here's our 8x8K RAM, the 5533, or I call them allot 6164s. That's what I call them. So we know the game is running. So I think the first thing I did was come down and check all the control lines. And right off the bat, I saw 1B and 1C chip enables were not working. Followed those back, and those actually get generated out of this 138 here. So what was happening, it looked like C000 and address and A000 were just stuck high. They weren't really doing anything. These MUX chips are kind of tricky, because if the other circuitry is not going working right, your selects aren't working right, your outputs aren't going to work right. So probing around, this is where I'm going to pass off to my lovely assistant. So kind of probing around on that circuit, I'm going to get right up here into like these 4 157s. I'm just going to go right to the 1 here, and then look up on the scope, and we can see pin 3 of 157 is floating. So this, or 157, sorry. So this guy, you have, it's a chip selector again. So you have your 1A, we have data. 1B is floating, and of course then your output's going to be just high or garbage or something. Let's compare that to what it should look like. So there's input A, input B, and then, we should have something on our output, which we do not. So, okay, so cutting back here, just kind of probing around more. Pin 3, yeah, it was floating. So if we look at pin 3 of that 157, which is 5J, I'm going to zoom up here real good. Yeah, I don't have my... So you see, this is 1B. Address, and it's address bit 7 on pin 3, 1B of that 157. So if we follow that guy back, it goes to several places. It will go to, the 6116 RAM, address bit 7 here on pin 1. It also goes to the it actually goes to all 4 of these ROMs too. It will do all of your ROMs. the 4 program ROMs, not the 2. It'll do these 4. Address bit 7 here, and also comes from the CPU. So let's pin some of those out, and I'm going to show you what I found. So pin 3, address bit 7 is floating. So let's check the other address bit 7s. So CPU, start the CPU, pin 11, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have good data. We have data coming out of the CPU. And then let's check some of these ROMs. Pin 3, also address bit 7, and they are all there. So we got one more place to check for address bit 7. That 6116 pin 1. So we have address bit 7 except for there. So and I kind of knew immediately coming back down here, remember the major damage and all the rework. And indeed, I'm going to show you this via right here. That via feeds pin 3, and check it out on the scope. We have data there, or addressing there, but not on pin 3. So it's definitely broke under there. And so to kind of prove that out, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to power off. We're going to pop that dude out. This is what I was doing, kind of getting ready to make this video. I didn't want it to be too long. I always say that. It should be my tagline. Watch my videos. They're not that long. An hour and a half later. All right, so we lifted pin 3 of that 157, and we're gonna jump over. We're gonna manually jump over an address bit. Pin 1 from this RAM is also the address bit, and we're just gonna clip that on there, and we're gonna power on. Okay, so check out what we have going on now. So we have more. It's still garbage, but it's coming together a little bit. You got Mario, you got some other craziness going on there, and so, but it's resetting like crazy, and it's hard to check. So we're just gonna disconnect that address bit 7. We're gonna get it into like a running state, and then this is gonna go into the second thing I found. So apparently we still have a problem finding that problem. And let me flip back to my notes here. And then I'm going to show you the other thing I found. So while probing around, I'm still thinking it's some sort of control problem or something. I'm just probing all the address lines, the chip enables, the chip selects, everything like that. And found here, let's look at pin 24 of this 5533 8x8K RAM. Check it out. We have a signal that's just drove low. Let me show you what a normal signal looks like. So that one, and then this is our bad one. And that is address bit 9. So I think this is 8. That's 9. And yeah, you can see it's not really doing anything. So let's look at the schematic again on address bit 9 on that 8x8K. It's 5533. 5533 address bit 9. So if we look at it here, follow it up, follow it over, and it comes right from the PPU. Right from the PPU, address bit 9 to pin 29 of the CPU, or the PPU, excuse me. So we come back over. I already have a jumper on it, but check it out. We have data there. So and again, look at that print. It's the only place that it goes. Address bit 9 only goes between this PPU and that RAM. And then remember, from all that rework, I'm just going to cut right to the chase. So following that back, like right here, that's the trace. It has signal. And then following it over to this via right there. That's the next via. It goes from there under the chip to that via, and check it out. It's low. It's either, I thought it might be pulled low or shorted, but I don't think it is, because we're going to put a jumper on that and it's going to bring everything to life. So I'm going to give that back. Let's power down. Let's get a jumper on address bit 9 from this 8x8K RAM over to the PPU where it should go. Let's power back on. Oops. Let's power. Oh, I'm going to put this one back on too. I'm going to power on and check it out. We have what appears to be a fully operational Mario. We can coin them up and play them. I was playing them earlier. Well, but anyway, the point is, yeah, I got jinky controls. Never mind. But the point is, now the game is running, and now we have a decision to make as a repairman. I could put a jumper on the bottom, 2 jumpers on the bottom. I could jump address bit 7 and address bit 9, but I kind of want to fix it right. That's going to be a hard repair. I think I want to pull these sockets back out, see if we can't do the repair and do it right, and then there's no jumpers. So that's the quick dirty of the troubleshooting. Basically just found that by probing around. Started with the control signals, started with all the chip selects, chip enables, all the control lines, and we found smoking gun right off the bat. Found 2 smoking guns right off the bat. Address bit 7, 9, rectify those, and looks like we have a running game. Okay, let's power down. We're gonna take our jumpers off. I have time for you guys today. I always have time for you guys. I have time to do this right. So we could put the jumpers on the bottom, but we got so much in this board already. I did a complete count. We changed 35 sockets on this board. It was that damaged and nasty. Yeah, I don't need those jumpers. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull both of these. We're going to pull this 20 pin socket for this 373 that trace runs under. That is broken. It is kind of risky. I thought about it. We could make more damage by pulling those out, but whatever. It's already a really damaged board, so at this point, rather have them fixed right. All right, so be careful, my lovely assistant. Gonna get hot. So we're gonna pull this one and this one. All right. So make sure I actually get the right ones here. We can. No, I just soldered these, so yeah, these were really bad. FOD flying everywhere. We're gonna do the repair on the part side. I think it's much cleaner. I think it's much cleaner. And I don't know what's up with my goot. She's a temperamental old girl. Yeah, I want to see under here too. I want to see what's going on. And it really don't take that long to do it right. Ooh, that dude's coming out right now. Very nice. Bam. All right, let's get that other one out before we have a look. All right, be this guy. So the one pin that we don't have address bit 7 on was a repaired pin. So it was, I botched it the first time, and we're gonna have to do it again, but that's okay. Actually surprised that it booted with 2 address bit lines kind of definitely not working right. Yeah, you poor girl, I hope you make it. Oh. All right. She made it. She made it, guys, for another one. Another round. Let me get a little brush here. Brush off if there, I think we had excessive solder splash. I just want to get all that FOD away because it can make shorts. And where was the other one here? Yeah. Oh, yep, I can see it. Pin, I don't know if you can see it here. Zoom up, pin 1, 2, 3. That pad definitely I think is the one I repaired. It looks fishy. Let's get that socket out. Let's have a look on the dark side at both of these. All right. Totally bizarre. All right, let's get in there, and I'm gonna use the camera to kind of look too. So there was no continuity from here to here. Makes no sense. Okay, hold on to that. I want to check that continuity without that in there. Could be in bad solder. It could be like broken right there or something. It might help if I have it on the right setting. Have continuity there to there. Why the hell? The solder must have been just, probably could have hit that again with solder. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no pad on the back. That pad is gone. So we'll do the wire trick. We'll do the wire trick again. I probably didn't even need to take that thing out all the way. Let's put him back in. I don't think there's anything else under there nothing underneath that one was broken. This is going to be the tricky one down here. Oh, I see a pad missing from the top there. Let me pull this down and have a look at that. That is going to be one of the inputs for that latch. But on that side, there's a pad on the back. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So let's put this dude back in. I don't like that he don't have a pad, but he's not really connected. He's not connected on top. That one right there I'm looking at. This thing just got massively damaged. But we're still going to fix it right, and I think we can fix it with the proper jumper, or pad rebuild, I should say. Get that garbage off of there. Oh, okay. I think all right. All right, lovely assistant, you want to just hold that. Yes. And I can get that guy tacked in, and then we'll do that same repair that we did. We'll do that same thing that we did on the other one. All right, let me get that guy tacked in there. Yep. Okay, this is the fun part. I really enjoy doing this, and it was nice to be able to kind of troubleshoot my own work too, This board was horrible, and I knew there was probably going to be some rework. Okay, so let me have her here. Let me pin 3 so I don't goof up. All right, so we're gonna do the repair on that third one up. Find my wire. We're gonna do this just like we did the other one. So I think we can get a rebuilt pad on there. So it's sucked off my old one, so I can see the metal collar. There's a metal collar that runs down to that top pad. And see, that's how I usually do. I just make a really small tang. I think that's like 1 cm, maybe just a 32nd or barely a 16th of an inch. Not like I did the other one. I pulled out like a whole inch. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, I did that too. So you start the little tang, and then once you fold it over and hold it with your tweezers, you can start wrapping that guy. And just use your tweezers to keep them held down. Okay, well, that attempt failed. And then once we solder this, we will check it for continuity. Pull it tight. Oop, I just pulled it right back off of there. I had probably a million different ways to do this, but this is the way I like. And that one that we fixed together on side 1 of this board is the first one I ever had problems with. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get it started. You just gotta go slow. Yeah, there she goes. I like to get 2 or 3 wraps on it. I like to do it, like get it a little bit tight at first, and then maybe like that last one, maybe not so tight, and then it's about as big around as the original pad, like that. So this time, but we can't seal it off enough. We need good solder flow. This particular one, it needs solder up on that top side, because that's where the trace meets the pad, meets the leg. Not down here. So let's preheat that. We're gonna try to get it, dude, up in there. Yep, I'm trying just to let it flow. All right, before I even cut that, I'm gonna flip that over and see if that got us the contact we were looking for. All right, so whoa. And 3 for, look at the meter. We got it. We got it. We should now have, we got it. Let's solder the rest of that up, the rest of that socket up, and I think that should be it for that one. And I am not going to solder any more on there. We hit it pretty hard. All right, let me get in here and let's resolder these guys like that. These two. Whoop, whoop. We're not gonna hit that one again. That looks pretty darn good. All right, I am pleased with that. We'll clean up the flux off camera. Not burn my lovely assistant. She knows she has to stay on her toes when she works around with me. All right, I think this guy is done. We're not gonna fire it up yet because it wouldn't do anything. But I think we'll put this chip back in, and let's just check that one more time, just to make sure the solder process I didn't We didn't unsolder it. No, according to the meter, it looks good. Perfect. Okay. All right. So this guy right here. Let me let me look at that camera. Ooh. I can use this to kind of check. So we are broken. You know, I think that thing is broken actually. I think it's broken maybe right here. I think I see it. I think that break is right there. I'm going to hand this back to my lovely assistant, and we are going to check that. That looks questionable too. Okay, here you go, lovely assistant. Let's check some of these. So this is the one that's broken from here to address bit 9 on the PPU. So if I go here to the corner, yeah, we're open. We should have continuity there. I'm going to bring it in a little. Let me bring it into about there. There we go. So we do have continuity up to there. We have no continuity there. This is going to be rough, guys, because this is one that probably could have done a jumper on. And I think the break is right there where the black lead is. Yep, let me go over here to pin 29. I don't think I'm on pin 29 here. There we go. No, I'm on pin 29. There we go. So yeah, we have continuity up to there. I think the break is right there. Let's, man, it's so close to the, man, this is going to be a tough one, you guys. But I'm still going to fix it on this side because I think it's the right thing to do. I cannot get back a good measurement on that. There it goes. That break is right there. I already know it's there. Okay. Let me get my tweezers. I think we're going to try the... That looks... Now that... Okay. Yep, that break is right there. We are going to try to... I'm going to try to tin it. See if we can't get... How is that guy broken like that? It don't even look broken. But she is. I'm going to scrape. Yeah, now we can measure on it again. Can you see that okay where I scrape that? Yeah. So we got some of that solder mask off. I'm going to get the probes on there again and let's see if we can verify. Let's see if we can verify that's where the break is. Yeah, see, we're open on this side, I think, and then probably right there. What the hell is going on? Okay, there we go. So we got continuity there. Probably not here. No. I think that's going to tin. I don't even think it. That break is so small. It's open. Yep. Let me get some flux on there. That's going to be tricky, you guys. That's going to be tricky. I think we can do it. I think I can tin it. And I think I can solder that back in without shorting it even more. We're just going to get some, we're going to put some flux on it, but not too much. Let's see if we can do this. I'll be impressed with myself. All right. Yes. Yeah. Let's see if we can't. I don't want to get those other holes. I don't want to solder those other holes over it. Ooh, like that. I think we might have got it just like that. Maybe. Let's just go here to here. Nope. Nope. Can't get that damn meter to read good for me. Yep, it's still broken. It's like right between those two through holes. It's still broken. Okay, we're gonna try to hit that guy again. Then maybe we can. Yeah, let's try to get that guy. I see that break. I see it. I see it. It's right there. Maybe that might have got it. Yeah, I don't really think we're gonna get a piece of wire in there. I guess if it gets too risky. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Ah, there we go. We did get it. All right, let's measure pin 29 over here. Nope. We did not get it. The right one, right? Yep, this takes time, guys. We did not get it. We did not get it. Nope. Okay, let's hit it again. Let's hit it again. All right. Man, out of all that chrominess on the board, I wish I had a higher mag. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. Yeah, well, the holes are filling in now, but I think that's the way it had to be. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that, guys. Here, honey, I need to pull that down. Sorry, guys, I had to go incognito. I can see that crack. I'm just trying to get a solder bridge over it. You gotta just take your time. Yeah, I made it visible now. Let it cool off a minute. Maybe I can get. Ooh, almost got it there. I might be able to put a piece of wire on that. Yeah, I know I could have put a jumper on it, but you know, Arcade Laboratories, we don't roll like that. We gotta do it the hard way. See, I need to clear that hole. Okay. Oh man, that's gonna be so tight. I don't know if I can get a tiny piece of wire and keep it that far from that hole or not. I think I can. Let me bend that. I can get it right where I need it. Like that. I think I can keep it far enough width from that hole. Oh man, this is going to be so good of a fix if we can do it. I think we can do it. All right, I'll show you what I do here. Situation like that. We have some fresh flux down there already on the board. So my wire, I just nice and get it all damped on there real well. We're gonna try to tin that. We're gonna tin it. We're gonna tin that little tiny piece here. Yes. We're gonna try to get as much solder on that as we can. Ooh. Like that. Yep, like that. Because when we stick it on there, we almost want it like a spot weld. Like we're going to get it on there, and then on the piece like that, so I can line it up. I can line it up right where I need it, like that. And let's see if we can't just boop, get it jumped over. There's the right there. Bam. Nope, I missed it. I missed it. That was so close. I think we got it. Zoom in on that. Whoop. Looks like nothing with all that flux. Okay, let's measure it. Let's see if we fixed that short or the open. Or actually, we want to short it. All right, so from here to 29. Ah, look at that, you guys. Look at that. We got it. Okay. This is pretty small work. I don't know. I enjoy the small work. I enjoy doing things right. I don't know. It depends your definition of right and wrong, but why not do it right if you're doing it right? All right. So we're going to get in here. We're going to just trim that. I want to clean that up and really have a good look at it. Just make sure it's soldered decently. So let's clean that up and let's clean that up. Now we got to be super careful when we do that pin 11 and 12. We have to be real careful not to over solder, and I think that patch will be fine. Yeah, I'm not beating myself up at all. This board was a basket case. This board was a basket case. I'm probably definitely the worst Nintendo board I ever had or repaired. That's all cleaned up. It's still drying a little bit. Yeah, you can see the patch on there. That's going to be so... If I wasn't in such a hurry, I would probably solder mask that a little, but there's the jumper right across there. Now we got bare solder. This is going to, when we put that socket back in, that is going to want to, it's going to want to short and solder right to that thing. So we got to be super careful. All right, let's see if we can do it without shorting it. Because once the socket's in, it's all good. I'm going to pull that under and look at it before. Sorry guys, taking up your time, but we got to inspect it there. We have to give it a good inspection. It's fine. It's solid. That little wire soldered completely down. And it's a little bit wet yet. Still a little bit of flux there. All right. I'm going to try to reuse this socket. Let's check it out real quick. So it's going to be... I tell you what, to help myself out, because we did just desolder this, I'm going to try to, off those pins, 11 and 12, try to get off any extra that might try to short over to that. I have to be really careful. 11 and 12, let's put that dude in there. All right, lovely assistant. I want to balance my board for me. She's perfect. Such a lovely assistant. Where are we at? We are up here. Yep. Make sure that dude is nice and flush. That's actually 11. That's one of them right there we got to be careful of. All right. I'm just gonna go cautiously. I already soldered that one, so let's just make sure I didn't already short it. Be this guy and that guy. No, we did not. And make sure we didn't melt it off. All right, so we still have continuity. We didn't short it to pin. Okay, let's flip it up and finish this guy out. Okay, we are up here. I'm just gonna go ahead. So I hope my videos help you guys out. I like fixing them, and if it helps you out, it makes me even happier. Try to save these things. Yeah, it's not usually my method, but whatever. Freestyling today, I guess, guys. I don't want to get that too crazy hot. So this 11 and 12, this one right here, we're gonna have to be really careful. We're just gonna have to. I don't even want to hit it again. Damn it! Bam. Okay, that's it. It looks cruddy, but if I reflow that, it'll definitely short out to that little pin. Not my best work here, but that's okay. I think it's going to look fine. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Good enough. Not good enough. I think that's. Let me look at it, honey. Get up in there. I think I got that. All right, just flip it over. We'll see if we shorted that. I hope we didn't. Anything's possible. Let's check, make sure everything is intact. Open. Perfect, you guys. I think we did it. And then there it is. Still have continuity. Perfect. Let's throw that chip in. Let's turn it on, and we'll see if that fixed it. Better than a jumper on the back. Okay. So let's boom, boom, boom. Oh, what the hell? No, we did not fix it. Oh, you know what? What happened here? Okay, I'm just double checking some of the... What happened here? Huh. I wonder if we actually did make a short here. I think we did. I think it's possible. Let me go pin 30. Okay, well, we have garbage here. Okay, let's check our... Okay, this one is fixed. We have addressing there. Did we have... you know what? We still have... well, that's back. I'm just probing around a little bit, guys. I'm a little bit confused because I had all of this. I had this with jumpers working just fine. Let me I'm gonna reset that again. I put those chips in the right way. Yep. Let's check what we just did. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna power that off. Let's look at continuity again. Make sure I did not short those. okay here to pin 1. 20. Yep, we have continuity there. I'm not sure what we have going on now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut. That was a long take. That was a 45-minute take, man. I was hoping just to wrap it up, but hopefully I come back with something silly. So, all right, we'll cut there. Okay, I think I found my problem. We're going to find out together. I made a solder bridge right there. I don't usually drag like I was doing when I was soldering earlier. Sometimes I do, but filming and I just didn't really check it over. Right here is a solder bridge. So let's get rid of that guy. I have my solder gun heating up over here. Let's get rid of that guy. I think, oh, there it goes. There it goes. Whoop. And let me look at it, and we'll get back up in here. I think that's going to be the problem. Let's flip that dude back over, and let's power on. Hey, look at that. Dun, dun, dun. Yep. Rework. Yep. But we are looking good. Got both sides running now. That socket was still garbage. That second round on that socket still needed to happen. That thing was loosey-goosey all day on pin 3. So we're just going to run with that. Okay, I knew it was something silly. Took me a minute, but we got it. So now we're running. I think we could maybe switch. I don't know. Let's see if we can't get Mario to coin up here. Side 2 is always kind of funny for me. There goes Excite Bike. Why won't Mario start? Do we have control input problems? I don't know. We'll have to start him individually. I'll do a run test on him. If anything comes back bizarre, we'll cut back in. But I think we're going to end this video. I want to thank you guys. Hope you learned something. Reworking your own work's not a bad thing. I learned a lot. Oh, did I just reset that thing? Look, we're not done with it. Look, I reset it, or it reset itself. Oh, we're not done. Well, let me cut here. Look, I don't know. Yep, we got something funny going on. Okay, let me cut out. Let me do some testing, some run testing on this thing, and we'll get back.